welcome back to my channel. I have some January favorites for you today. Those of you that have been subscribed for a while know that this is my first time ever doing a monthly favorites. I don't have a lot because I was kind of really nervous about doing this because it's a format I'm not acquainted with. Never done it. The first thing is a tea, and it is Celestial Seasonings Cranberry Vanilla Wonderland, and this is just a really good winter tea. It is just a really fruity tea, but it does have a little bit of spiciness, and it's just really cozy and yummy, and I have drank this probably a couple times a week, almost all month. So yeah, I've been loving that. It's really, really good. My body favorite this month has been my Twisted Peppermint Spray from Bath & Body Works. I showed it in my SAS haul. That's it. And as you can see, I've used good amounts. And I've actually surprisingly been using this with my Comfort Lotion, which I know you wouldn't think those go together, but they actually do. So I have been loving this. My candle favorite for the month is from Front Porch, and it is in Family Christmas. I don't know if any of you watched my Front Porch hauls or videos, and I mentioned that I'd gotten this in a candle. This is that candle, and I've actually been trying to make it last. It's a pine. It's a pine scent. It's got some peppermint or menthol or something in the background, but it's got a fruitiness. It's really, really good. And I will definitely link the Front Porch website down below. For those of you that aren't familiar, I'll link it down below. And if this is still on the website, I will link this down below. So that has been my candle favorite. I have two nail favorites this month, and nail favorites are hard because I do my nails so often, and I have so many nail polish colors, and I have so many stamping plates that I almost never use something twice. So it's actually hard to pick a favorite because a favorite technically that you used it throughout the month, or at least more than once. So I decided to include my base coat, and the base coat that I used this month was the Gripper base coat by Nail Savvy. This was amazing. It was about $5 at Sally Beauty Supply, and I will link everything I talk about down below if I'm able to find it. I promise I will do that. This is about $5, and it works really, really well. It does dry relatively fast, and I really like it. I really did actually notice a difference, and it's at a much nicer price point than the SE base coat that I was using before this. I forget the name of it, but that was $10. This is half of the price. So for the price, I liked it. I did like it. So this was my favorite, and it was the only base coat that I used all month. That was awesome. My second nail favorite is actually a plate. And I actually used this plate. I think that I can count the number of plates that I own that I've used more than once on one hand, but let alone a plate that I've used twice in 1 month. That is unheard of. But this one I did, and I actually have pictures of the 2 manicures that I did with it, and you know, I'll insert them here, somewhere over here for you to see. This is Wistonia. This is W207 from Wistonia. This is from the 2nd generation set. And I love the quality of Wistonia. It's actually more like the quality of Moyu London. They're really nicely, deeply etched, and the images are really, really cute. They're not, to me, they don't come off as generic. And I loved this plate. So that was awesome. Genuinely loved that. All right, I have 4 makeup favorites. I have the Twist and Shine Moisturizing Balm Stain by Jordana, and this is in Candied Coral. And I've had this. It has no scent. I don't know why I'm smelling. I don't remember what video I wore this in, but I wore this in a video this month, and I also wore it once to work. So for me, That's a lot because I don't wear makeup every day. And back in the day, I didn't wear makeup in every video. But in my day-to-day life, I do not wear makeup hardly ever. But I actually did my makeup once and wore it to work and used this. It's just a really, really pretty, pinky, peachy. I keep wanting to swatch it even though I know I already did footage of that. It's just a really pretty, corally, yes, it's a summer color, but I know I'm not the only one that's like, ugh, ready for the snow to stop. That was a favorite. They are moisturizing and they do last 6 or so hours. So these are really, really nice. All right, my next favorite is the E.L.F Eye Primer. This is the $1. E.L.F has 2 primers. One is like $2 or $3 and then there's one that's $1. I have for years loved the E.L.F $1 primer, but this is just amazing. Every time I do my makeup, even if I do a really, really minimal look where I'm not wearing eyeshadow or eyeliner, I still use this on my eyelid as a concealer because it really evens out. It camouflages those veins on your eyelids and it really evens everything out. And here, a couple times this month, I experimented with using this under my eye as a concealer. I actually did that today. When I first started out doing my under eye, I just started with a little bit of this just in the worst part, just to kind of get it going. And then when I was finished, I used my regular under eye concealer to kind of add color. And this is amazing. This is almost empty. This bottle is actually like 3 years old. That's how long I've had it. That's also how little I do my makeup. But here lately, I've actually been doing it more often since I've been, you know, doing my makeup every day when I film. So I do have to purchase a new one of these. I'm actually thinking about doing an E.L.F makeup haul, like picking up a few things. If you're watching and you'd like to see that, then tell me down below that you would. So yeah, that is definitely a favorite. It's actually more than a favorite. I'd call this a holy grail product. It's that good. And my last makeup item is, again, an E.L.F item, and it is the E.L.F foundation brush. This is only $1, and I swear by this brush. I do use it for my foundation, and what I do, I kind of put a thing of, you know, a good amount of foundation on my hand, and then I use it as like a palette and a brush, and I just kind of get it on my brush and then paint it on, you know. And I do find that if I'm putting on thick layers of my foundation, I'll have to go behind this brush with some kind of sponge just to kind of get out the little brush stroke. For the most part, I've gotten really used to this brush and I'm in love with it. Not only do I use it for my foundation, but I also use it to, you know, blend in my eye primer, and I use it under my eye to blend in my concealer. So I just really love it. It's just a really, really good brush and I love it. I'd say that E.L.F in general is a favorite. Now we're just going to kind of talk about random favorites. I'm not a beauty guru by any means, so I'm not going to do a separate video for beauty and a separate video for random. I'm just going to put them all together right here. My favorite movie of the month was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And I want to say that the new revamped or revisioning Planet of the Apes trilogy or series, that's my favorite, because Rise of the Planet of the Apes is me and my husband's one of our favorite movies. We love, love, love Caesar. Caesar is like one of my favorite characters, I think, of all time. He's just, you're just rooting for, no matter what he's doing, whether he's being violent or good or scary, no matter what the hell Caesar's doing, we are rooting for him. And I swear to God, you will cry and cry. When they made Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, they really, really were trying to pull on the heartstrings of those of us that fell in love with Caesar in the first movie. There's several parts that they're definitely trying to get us, and they did. I cried. There were so many parts that I cried, and I loved it, and I still love Caesar, and I can't wait for the next one to come out. It was just amazing. I'd say my music favorite is currently Sia. Now, I've only been listening to her newest album, but I have watched a lot of interviews that she's done. I've read a lot that she's said, and from what I know about her, she's a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. She was had a problem with pills and some other stuff. And she has admitted that a lot of her songs on her new album are about that addiction. December in 2014, Chandelier by Sia was my favorite video and my favorite song. I love Maddie Ziegler. I love Dance Moms. This favorite, do you see why I've never done favorite videos? Because this is hard. This is really hard. So I'm sorry. A couple days ago, I saw her new video, and it is Elastic Heart, and it has Maddie's in it again, playing playing a version of Sia again, but Shia LaBeouf is also in it. And I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but Shia, whatever, we'll just say Shia and you'll know who I'm talking about. He's in it as well. And so basically the whole video is Maddie and Shia fighting, and they're in this big cage. And I watched an interview of Sia talking about what the video is actually about. And Sia's almost exact words were, Maddie's character and Shia's character represent two parts of Sia herself, two different parts of her personality, and the cage is her skull or her brain or her body. But I think in the interview she actually said the cage is her skull, meaning this is kind of fighting or turmoil going on in her head, in her personality. And I was in love with this song and in love with this video for probably a full week before I realized what it was really about. Now, I don't want to ruin it for you. I'm going to link the video down below so you can watch it in its entirety. And then if you do, come back and put in my comments what you believe it's about. What do you believe Maddie is representing in the video? I'm dying to know if anyone out there will agree with me. But that's my music favorite. And that's really it. Those are my favorites. Not a lot, This was my first one, so I kind of didn't know how to organize it or how to film it or how to represent it. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. I love you all so much. Bye.